of it before. Where was the delivery taken? Was it supervised hand? What was used to cut the cord? What was used to wrap? These are all things that can predispose the child to having infections. You can imagine in a setting that is not ideal, the baby is wrapped with dirty clothing, the cord was cut with unsterilized instruments, and just not a very healthy environment for the baby to be introduced into the world. All these can easily penetrate the child's skin because the skin of the newborn is very thin and permeable to infection. So the baby's immunity at that point is still very low. So it starts from the mother, and we now look at the child itself. There are some conditions that may predispose a newborn to having fever. Examples, some babies are born with some congenital anomalies. This can predispose them to fever. But what I've discovered, one of the non-medical causes in the environment is overwrapping. The air conditioning is off, the windows are shut, the baby is wearing the cap, you have meetings on the hand, you have a mineral where so many overwrapping baby is sure. So by the time the baby is brought to you, you have to start unraveling the baby like a pack of onions because the baby is well packed all together. So usually after we do that, I will expose the baby, the temperature of the baby comes down.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to ask a question, like a follow-up question, with regards to some of the points that you raised now. Now, looking at the situation that some parents actually give birth in the house. Some women give birth in the house, let me say it that way. What is expected of them so they don't have a situation where their baby, begins to have a fever?
Against women having deliveries at home, especially in unsupervised cases. I think the state government has done very well to provide health centers almost at everybody's doorstep, which is still some people that stay in some areas where getting out of that locality can be difficult. So, yes. So if you happen to have your baby, let's say overnight, and is now accessible, make sure that the instruments are clean and hopefully the baby is breathing well. Just make sure that everything you're using is clean. Rag from somewhere or the previous babies that you used to wrap the baby. And immediately at the first light of dawn, please go to the nearest hospital to have the baby properly assessed. It's not something that you just stay at home and you feel once the baby has cried, there's no other problem wrong with the baby.
Okay, thank you very much. And also you mentioned the fact that, sometimes parents get to or tend to overwrap the baby. There is always that fear that, I don't want my child to have a cold. I don't want my child to be exposed to too much cold. I've seen situations where, babies, when they want to bath them, they shut all the windows, they shut the doors just for colds not to have access to the baby. But then, at what room temperature should a newborn baby, be kept, or a newborn baby should be?
We live in a quite warm environment.
Okay.
So if we are talking about room temperature, I think that will suffice for the climate conditions. So just room temperature 37.2 and above is sufficient for the baby. However, I need to add, showing to rejoice upon safe delivery of the baby. We have people coming in, bending over the baby's cheeks, they're touching the baby's cheeks. This puts the baby at risk of that. And you can't always tell everybody that the baby is inside there. You get response, she's the first person to have a baby. But yes, we have come to that era now, especially with what has been going on this year. You don't want a lot of people coming into your house because it's very common that after delivery, about 3 or 4 days, the baby starts to have some rash on the cheeks and so on because of the multiple people that touch the baby's cheek. So the cheeks are so cute, baby is so cute, and the mother is might not knowing that they're passing on infections to her child.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Doctor. 17 minutes past 10 on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Would like to get to hear from you. 07000 917 is the studio line to call to be a part of Radio Doctor. And you have any question for the doctor, he will definitely address it. And you can send in a WhatsApp or a text message to 070-317-56537. Now, if you find yourself in that situation where you don't really even know the reason why, your baby has been developing temperature, you can definitely get to call the doctor this morning and he will address whatever health challenge that you might have this morning. And, all right, I have this text message here. This is from Alan. This is from Chris from Allen. He says, "Good morning, doctor. I have some pains in my fingers when I wake up in the morning. What could be responsible?"
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay, the question says, "I have some pains in my fingers when I wake up in the morning. What could be responsible?"
Okay, my bet is Chris is an adult. I think that is not my specialty. However, you need to go to a hospital, let the doctor to have it initially checked, and you see, it is. It might not be anything at all, but please seek proper medical attention.
All right. Thank you very much for that, doctor. So, also, what is expected of parents when
you need to detect your child has fever? I expect every mother to have a thermometer. This is inexpensive and is readily sold almost in all pharmacies. So once you discover that your baby's temperature is high, about 37.5 degrees centigrade, you just expose the baby. You do not have to put on the air conditioner or put the baby on the fan. Just expose the baby, observe the baby just for about. Temperature doesn't come down quickly. I would advise that you go to the hospital and seek proper care. I could go on and tell you some. Okay, so usually when you get to the hospital, the nurses take the vital signs of the baby, which includes the temperature, respiration rate, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and the weight of the baby. And you'll be seen by a doctor who will ask when the fever started, the cause of the baby has a discharge or the umbilical cord is not well taken care of. Because there are several practices in our environment that leads to infections of the cord. The umbilical cord should only be cleaned with methylated spirit or chlorhexidine gel, not cow dung, not charcoal, not some fancy methylated balms and all that. And you go ahead and we do blood work on the baby. We check for the football count, which basically just tells us how high or low the white cell count is. We usually check for malaria. However, that is unlikely that babies do have malaria. It is not common for babies to have malaria. I've had babies 3-4 years old, level temperature. The mother also have given anti-malaria. Most times, if the baby has fever, it may necessitate admission into the neonatal ward.
Your free health consultation program where we doctors advocate. And I still have with me this morning Dr. Adebayo Odedino. He's a consultant neonatologist and a fellow of the National Postgraduate Medical College of Nigeria, and he has been able to help us with fever in newborn. And if you have any question, call 07000 917 917, send a WhatsApp or a text message to 070 317 56537. That could be done to the baby in the hospital, doctor. But looking at the facts, let's say this family are already in the house. What are some of those things, or at what point should a parent take their newborn to the hospital? At what point should they do that?
If you have a newborn that's running a fever, I would strongly advise you go to the hospital as soon as possible. Do not give paracetamol to that baby. The most you can do is expose and tepid sponge the baby if this happens when you get to the hospital. When I say tepid sponge is using tepid water, which is defined as lukewarm water, probably the water that comes out about 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. on a sunny day.
Okay.
Just lukewarm bath and then bring the baby to the hospital as soon as possible. It should not be managed at home.
Okay. So I'm happy the fact that you said
when a baby has fever, a newborn has fever, it usually means an infection. Now this could be viral, it could be bacterial, and it could also be fungal. But in our environment we have more bacteria. And a bacterial infection in the bloodstream can easily spread to the covering of the brain called meninges and cause neonatal meningitis, which is fatal or may be sequelae on the baby that the baby may not be able to recover from. So we need to get to the hospital as soon as the baby at the hospital includes taking the cerebrospinal fluid. We call it, that's the fluid that swings around the brain, just to kind of identify the organism that is responsible for the infection, which in turn is what is responsible for the high body temperature. We identify that and give the appropriate medication towards it.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Steven from Ikodu.
Yes, Steven, your question for the doctor.
It's not a question, it's just a complaint. I want to complain to you.
All right, go ahead.
Somebody, one of my youngest person, they called me yesterday that they raped one of his daughter.
Okay.
So, and what did she want to do? She said no, that she can't do anything, that she don't have money for case and all that. She's not going to police station and the OPC because those things will involve money. So I'm trying to find out what somebody can do if such a thing happens.
Okay. So domestic violence response team rather, and they'll be able to handle the situation. But I think that's the best thing you can do now. But then send us a text message to our text line and of the person, so we can also help in reporting the case to organizations that will be able to help.
Okay. Okay, in case you want to report the matter then.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Just send us a text message. Then we'll be able to send you the number so you can you'll be able to report the case. Call out the text line now so you can send it. Just listen.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So the text line is 070 317 56537. 070 317 56537. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Alright, let's call us back. 07000 917 917 is the studio line to call, and you can send in a WhatsApp or a text message to 070 317 56537 so we can actually get your contribution this morning on the topic of discuss, which is fever in newborn. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Boss, I'm calling from Ghana.
Alright, what's your contribution or question for the doctor this morning?
Thank you. And since I gave that, I gave that about 6 months ago. And I've been having this thing in my leg, my tooth. In between my teeth, I have this whitish and this thing. I used to put my mother told me that I should be soaking my leg. Even before I gave that, it started about 6 months after I got pregnant. My leg in water, but it has refused to go. I don't know the cause. I don't know if the doctor can help me out.
Okay. Yes, doctor. Hello, doctor.
Yes, I'm there. I'm making out of my comfort zone, which is pediatrics. But what she's described, um, she said waxes discoloration in between her toes.
Mm.
That sounds like a fungal infection. And of course, my worry would be for the baby. I hope she's still breastfeeding. And if she's still breastfeeding, there are limitations to the medications that she can take orally. However, there are some topical drugs, which is cream or spray, that she can apply in between her toes to get rid of this fungal infection. Also, our advice for now, she shouldn't be wearing socks or wear covered shoes, but that will increase the humidity in between that toes. She probably sweats more.
Mm.
So there are antifungal creams. You can really get it over the counter or sprays. For layman, we could call it athlete's foot. Sounds like that's what she has.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that, doctor. It's 10:30 on Women Radio WFM 91.7, and you're definitely listening. 70-317-56537, and doctor will be able to address whatever questions that you might have this morning. And doctor, I feel pain in my throat when I swallow something, and I also cough. Please, what is the cause, and what medicine should I take? And apparently you can actually administer drugs over the phone, because really seeing you to understand what exactly is going on. But yes, doctor, what exactly can be the cause of these, and what should he do?
This person has a cough, and also sounds like you have a sore throat. A couple of years ago, we probably just think is a sore throat or an inflammation of different. What is going on with COVID? I think you need to get to the hospital and get a screen, get a COVID screen, because sore throat is one of the markers, and that's been fever, loss of smell, body pains, and the rest. So I'd advise that minimum you can do is to get a COVID screen first.
Okay, thank you very much. Is a fever, just like you said, over the night, and you didn't have the opportunity to go to the hospital. So what is expected of parents at that point?
A baby with a fever, I expect that baby to be cranky and even be irritable. Please know, this advice is for people that cannot get their child to the hospital. That happens overnight. The strong advice will still be at the crack of daylight, please go to the hospital as soon as possible. Now, what this is happening, let's say overnight, you can expose the baby, change the diaper, and feed the baby. You may want to work the baby. On no account should you please give paracetamol or any medication that we culturally give. Of course, I'm against several medications because I don't know what the contents are. So you change the diaper, try and feed the baby, sponge the baby just to go down the temperature. You need to make the room a little bit cool, not freezing cold, and the baby should be able to get some sleep. And once it's daylight, please take the baby to the hospital for proper evaluation.
Okay, thank you very much for that as well. 070-917-917 is the studio line to call, and send in a WhatsApp or a text message to 070-317-56537. Now, when we have parents that have their babies, now this goes to the mothers. What is expected of mothers, especially in taking care of their own self, that they don't pass any form of infection to the baby and causes fever for the baby?
I expect that once you are pregnant, you go and register that pregnancy at the center and you are receiving antenatal care. At each visit, we are going to to meet with the doctor or your panties. Now, at times, women may mistake this for urine, but you notice that this doesn't have smell. So once you tell the doctor about that, it means probably the water is leaking. And once the water is leaking, there's a chance that infection will spread from the woman's genital tract through the amniotic membrane that is breached to the baby and causes infection. So the first thing to do right for the baby is to register the pregnancy at the center, and you follow up with saying antenatal care. Now at getting home, because obviously while you're still at the hospital, the baby will be properly monitored by the attending physicians. But once you get home, minimize contact, the number of people that come in contact with your baby, reduce overwrapping the baby or nursing the baby in the very humid environment, and try and breastfeed the baby exclusively. This will eliminate use of cups and spoon, which can easily get infected if we don't sterilize it properly. So breastfeed your baby, that takes care of that angle. And the clothing, I don't expect you to buy new clothes for every time you have a new baby, but there are things you can do to the clothes to make sure it's clean and it looks okay. And obviously, you commence immunization as soon as possible. And when you go to the health centers or whatever center you are going to, it's expected that the doctor will see your baby, examine the baby. If you have questions, you have concerns about your baby, the doctor should be able to take this on and explain to you a few things that you may not be doing right.
Especially if you have been probably out all day and you have been sweating, there's every possibility that the breast area is a little damp. Is this advisable that their breast or the nipple before they breastfeed their babies?
So it's very strongly advisable. We clean with cotton wool and water. And if you are sweating profusely, baby do not want out to the market, it will be better the man has a bath before coming to breastfeed the baby. But if you are just at home, if you change feeds and you've not gone out, just clean the nipple area or the areola with
317-565-37. Let's get your contribution this morning. I have this WhatsApp message here. Casey from Moray says, good morning, doctor. Please, I suddenly developed a rash on my body and private area. I have taken several antibiotics, but still the rash is still there and itchy. I went for a lab test and the result came out negative for bacteria of HIV. Please, what should I do? This is very discomforting.
Mr. Casey, sorry that you are going through what you're going through. Rash is one of the difficult things for a doctor to make a diagnosis of over the phone. It is on the genital area, it could be several things. I do not think going to a lab first is the proper thing to do. I believe I should have gone to the hospital so that the doctor sees it, that it is a bacterial infection, and that has no bearing on the cause of the disease and what you are battling with, including the joint itch that is difficult to treat. Maybe from, sorry to say, maybe hygiene. If cases is a man or woman, maybe you need to change their diet frequently. You may need to do a few other things. I don't want to give pointers because that may be what you just naturally do and you may fail to seek proper medical care. So see a doctor. I know it can be at times embarrassing if you have to open up your body to someone, but let's look at it as a professional work. It's something that has to be done. So see a doctor to set aside but I'm sure the doctor will make you comfortable and then you can be treated appropriately with
Okay, thank you very much for that, doctor. And I also have this text message here. It says, "Good morning, doctor. My name is Frida from Oba. Please, what could be the cause of rate dry skin without his thyroid gland being enlarged?"
Okay. So I missed out on the first part of the question.
The first part of the question says, what could be the cause of heat intolerance, fast heart rate, dry skin, and dry lips?
Okay. I'm not sure whether it's a woman or man, but that sounds like some hormonal issue. And it could be endocrine, it could be tied, it could be thyroid. Is it possible to have thyroid gland disorder without a large thyroid? Now it depends on observing you are. But there might just be a minimal increase and might not be noticeable if you are looking at yourself in the mirror. Again, I would advise that to see a physician at this one. Of course, this should be taken. There are several questions, but we will do some things that you won't be able to explain. The heat intolerance will also come with cold intolerance, which means you are somewhere that is cold and you are feeling hot, or you are somewhere that is hot and you are feeling cold. You will be eating a lot and still at the same time losing weight, maybe body, eyes. There's several differentials to this. I do believe this is an over the phone consultation. You need to see, but obviously you'll be advised to run some tests. And you'll be referred to a surgeon if the thyroid thing and is a hormonal thing. You have to see another physician or an obstetrician or gynecologist as it needs.
Okay, thank you very much for that, doctor. But in a situation now, going back to the topic of discuss, which is fever in newborn, how important is breast milk also and breastfeeding in a situation where the baby has fever?
If baby having fever, there's no contraindication to breastfeeding.
Okay.
But usually when a baby is ill, you might not even notice that the child has a temperature, because it's not every time the body temperature will rise. One of the things that we notice could be the abdomen of the baby swells up as abdominal distension, the child is not eating well, the child is less active, the child may have some seizures. There are so many diverse ways this can happen, but none is a contraindication to breastfeeding. Once you notice all these things, your baby is not active as before, you feel the tummy is getting bigger, the baby is withdrawn or is sleeping too much, please just go and see your pediatrician and then have the baby checked up.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. I also have this. The doctors.
I believe you said the left side of the stomach is in that side area. But a scan, an abdominal scan, will not reveal an ulcer to you, except probably you did an endoscopy, and which is starting to treat the fluids to visualize the stomach and look at this. It may be an ulcer. I don't want to make the man panic or the person panic about the other differentials. You have done well by going to hospital to see a doctor. I advise that you probably go to one of the government hospitals or tertiary institutions and quickly have this checked. It could be set to check for presence of Helicobacter pylori, for example. So take a while to treat. So please go to a government hospital or reputable standards.
Okay, thank you very much, doctor. But also, I have this concern with the fact that I have been going to the hospital and I have been told this and I have been told that for anyone to seek a second opinion when it has to do with the fact that I have been treating a particular thing and it seems more like you're not getting solution in it. Is it advisable to seek a second opinion?
Yes, we are wrestling to seek opinion, and but you have to be careful where you are seeking for the opinion.
Mm.
Uh, uh, um, and the term hospital many persons as possible, because it is my duty to educate you. And
Mm.
to have your to be able to understand exactly what is happening. So if you're in front of a doctor, you're asking the doctor questions, the doctor is getting angry, he's getting agitated because he won't seem interested in what you're saying. Please leave that place and then seek care elsewhere, or you request to see another doctor. It will still be within the same facility, and you have two different approaches.
Mm.
So please seek proper care. It will continue to.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for that. You're still listening to Radio Doctor. You're free. The Doctor's Advice Rule P11, and I still have with me Nigeria, and he has been helping us with the topic fever in newborns. But if you have any question, you can still take one more call before we call the program to a wrap. 07000 917 917 is the studio line to call, and you can send in a WhatsApp or a text message to 070 317 56537. Now, Doctor, what are some of the general hygiene that
Back at home with our bouncing baby. But we need to be cautious putting our doors to people. Just try and limit the number of people that has access to baby. And those people, obviously, we cannot emphasize hand washing, the importance of hand washing, overlapping the baby, feeding the baby exclusively with breast milk, taking your baby for immunizations, just closely monitoring the baby, not overbearing, not closing to wash your hands and face your baby. Just use the basic things. And the good thing is when you go for antenatal care, all these things, we talk about it, we advise you on what to do. There are some soaps that cost 10,000 naira, there are some 200 naira. Use the one that you can afford and the one that you know you can always get. Okay, but again, we cannot overemphasize.
final words, Doctor, with all that we have discussed this morning?
Thanks for having me again.
Thank you for joining us.
To have a platform to be able to reach people. Everybody that has access to quality care. Fever in the newborn can be a challenge to parents, especially if you don't stay where you are good. New babies that will have fever. Some of them actually may just be cold. They may not be feeding something you want to treat. Please do not give paracetamol, do not give anti-malaria, because this may alter what doctors will see when you present at the hospital. All the anti-malaria, which I doubt that newborns will have exist, but it's quite very low. So please seek help. And we live in a very warm, humid environment. We shouldn't be overlapping the baby, because that itself may cause temperature and the baby will be having and all sorts. Limit the number of people who have access to your baby. Make sure their hygiene is good. They cut their nails, they wash their hands regularly, and please take your baby for immunization.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.
All right. Do enjoy the rest of the day.
You too. Thank you.
All right, and yes, we have come to the end of Radio Doctor this morning. Thank you for staying tuned to Women Radio 91.7. And yes, a very big who has been able to enlighten us on fever in newborns, and he has been able to talk about some very important things that we should take cognizance of, especially as possible to still observe the precautionary measures against COVID-19, because there's every possibility now that there is a second wave of this virus. But let us make sure we observe all of the precautions work on that. Make sure you have your hand sanitizer, you keep sanitizing your hands all the time. And if you have access to water to wash your hand, immediately do that so you don't get infected by this virus. Well, I've been able to come this far. And I think it's not this point now that we get to expose ourselves to now get infected by this virus. Thank you so much to the producer, Esther Laribe. And yes, please stay safe. Our doctors advise rural people each day is dedicated to a medical specialty with an episode Saturdays. Please stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning.
To sponsor this program, please call 08090582769.
Mr. Johnson, I'm here for my money.
Baba landlord, I'm very sorry. My wife is very sick and I have spent all the money I have.
I've been telling you to ensure the health of you and your family with a reliable HMO.
Reliable HMO? Which of them can I go for?
Ives Medicare HMO Limited. They are one of the accredited health maintenance organizations with thousands of quality and accredited healthcare providers nationwide on their network. They have corporate plan, retail plan, student plan, and even community-based health plan. More so, their premium is pocket friendly.
Please, where are they located?
Their office is located at number 2 Osho Street, Okpebi Link Bridge, off Okpebi Road, Ikeja, Lagos. Their phone number is 080-93-555-863 or 080-3263-9058. Their website is www.ivesmedicare.com. Ives Medicare, health protection in your colors.
A market for markets, economic showcase of Nigeria's backbones. SME Mart will celebrate innovations of small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. The huge role you play in Nigeria's economy. We celebrate the gains, we learn from the losses, we identify the